So GitHub is home to a few million open source projects now. A lot of really small ones and some pretty big ones also, like these ones. So the code for Twitter and Facebook are all online. And it's really easy to sign up and get an account. The question is, why would you want to do that? Well, if you have a GitHub account, then you can watch people's projects. You can fork them, which means you can have a copy of them in your own dashboard. You can edit the wiki, and I'll show you in a second. So to get an account, it's really simple. You just click on sign up and pricing. It's free. It's always free to make open source projects, but if you want to have some private projects, then you can use GitHub's tools to do that for a pretty small price. But we don't need that. So you just create a username, give your email, set a password, and create an account. It's that simple. And then once you have an account, you can log in. And then you have your dashboard, which tells you a little bit about what you can do on GitHub. There's tutorials about how to start, how to set up Git, which is a tool that helps you never lose copies of your stuff. So if you code in LaTeX for your documents, you might want to learn how to use Git, because then you would never lose your dissertation or any of your code. It also teaches you how to create a repository, how to fork a repository, which is when you create a copy of it for you to do your edits, which the other person can see and pull edits back so that they can improve the code for everybody. And you can be social, follow a project, and watch things and fork stuff. So that's actually what I wanted to show you how to do. So if you want to help on the Android tablet, Android bilingual aphasia test, you can just search for it on GitHub. And there it is. So you can watch it. That's going to give you updated news feeds. Whenever you log into GitHub, you'll see what's going on. You can fork it. So that basically means it's making a copy just for you in your own account. So that's a good way to keep track of projects and the code inside projects that you like, because then it's really easy for you to click on stuff and edit them. It also gives you a wiki, which you can use online. You can edit and add to without having to do anything complicated. It's really, really easy to use. You just click on Wiki and say Create Wiki Now, and it will make you a wiki, and then you can add pages to it or improve the documentation so I can say my adaptation design goals. And I'll just give you an example. So we're adapting the bilingual aphasia test to do a morphological awareness study with the same code. So I can put that here. So we want to use the code to new experiment, but we want the pages to flip like a book, and we want to let the kids touch the pictures. So don't auto advance when someone touches the screen. So that can become our new little project. We'll save that, and that it's started. So that's the beginning of our documentation. And also, while you're working on your code in your wiki, you can find bugs and stuff in the original, or have a feature request. So if you decide that you think page flips are really cool, and that we can add that to our repository, which is probably true, you can go into our issue tracker, which is the original project's issue tracker, and get a new issue. So, new issue. Can you make the pages flip? Yeah, so then you just click submit. And now we have another open issue, 7 new issues in the project, which we can take a look at. And if, for example, you want to know if it's possible to make pages flip, you can just Google it. So let's look for Android page flip animation. And believe it or not, we already found a project that can do that. So if you find the project, you can just add a link to the issue tracker to help us investigate that. So here's one, people are discussing what to do on Stack Overflow. Anything else? Oh, it looks like the common word is curl, so let's try that as a keyword instead of flip. Okay, there's quite a few answers on Stack Overflow. And there's a project on Google Code. Let's see if it works, so we can look in the source and check on the changes to see if the project is dead or if it's running. Well, it looks like a pretty recent project. It started in May, that sounds pretty good, so maybe it does run. So we can look also to see how many members there are. There's only 1, so it might not be a very reliable project. Oh, but here are all the updates. And there are even some issues, so that means people are contributing to this project. Okay, perfect. So let's just take this, and we'll put that into our comments to say that maybe that project can help us to flip pages and make the tablet look even more like a little book. Could try this. Comment. And anyone can comment on the issues, so if other people have other ideas, it's a great way to share information and to collaborate online. So that's how you can use GitHub without even being a programmer. You end up having your little account. You have forked versions of the repository. You can create wiki pages in your repositories, and you can keep track of the original repository and what people are doing on there, and also contribute to it by adding new issues. Oh yeah, you probably, if you're interested in the bilingual aphasia test, you're probably interested in the other one. So a good idea would be to get both of them. So there's one more. There's 2 projects related to this. There's the Android side, and then there's the side that runs on a laptop, which runs on any kind of computer that has a browser like Safari, Firefox, or Chrome. So this one. So we'll go and we'll fork that one too. So if I click here on the fork button, now I'm going to have my own copy, which I can create wiki pages for, and I can also talk to the developers. There we go.